Hi, Carolyn Southwell from Human Design Basics. The question was, could you please give an example of sending and receiving energy from the will center versus the head center? How would that differ? So if you're really new to human design, let's do a quick catch up. Your human design chart has a picture of a torso. It's often called a body graph. It has 9 centers inside that body graph that is quite similar to chakras. There are a tiny number of people on the planet who have all of those centers defined, colored in. There are a tiny number of people on the planet who have all of those 9 centers white or undefined. All of the rest of us fall somewhere along that spectrum. If a center is colored in, it is called defined, and it means you are sending out that energy into the world. It is the consistent, reliable part of you that people know you for, and that you know about yourself as that you can rely on that kind of energy. So for example, I can think all day long because I have definition in my head and ajna up here. Where you have white centers, if you have any, most of you will have at least one or more centers that are white, you are receiving energy. You experience that energy from other people temporarily when you are receiving it. So you can receive it from other people, and to a certain degree, you can also experience it from animals and planets. Now, if we look at the example of the head center, for somebody like me who has the head center defined, that means colored in, and it will be a small percentage of you, 12% of the population-ish. It means that you are able to think and be a source of inspiration for other people. So you'll be sending that, emitting that energy, sending it out into the world pretty much all day, every day. You can think all day long. It's one of your strengths. If you have your head center, the top one, the triangle, open, white, it means you are receiving that thinking and inspiring energy from other people. Now, especially if you have the head and the ajna open or white, undefined, any of those words, it will look white on your chart. It means you are very much designed to be open-minded, a mind reader. When you're really present, you will literally pick up on the thoughts and inspiration from people like me who have all this definition in the head, colored in on the chart. So that's an example. You're either thinking a lot of your own thoughts all day long, or you're receiving the thoughts of other people a lot. Now, if you have this configuration of it being white and you're here and designed to receive thinking energy and inspiration from others, it doesn't mean that you never think your own thoughts. And it doesn't mean that you never experience or receive your own inspiration. What it does mean is that you have a far more varied, open-minded, variable way of experiencing this thinking and inspiration energy. So most of the time, when you are being present and you're in the space of other people, you will be receiving inspiration from others. Most of the time, when you're in the space of other people, you will be receiving the thoughts of others. That's part of what you're here to be wise about. Now let's do another example, the will center. The will center is the smallest shape on the chart. If it's colored in, it'll probably be red if it follows the original colors that Ra shared with us. And that's only about 30 or 35% of you. Now, if you have that defined or colored in, it means that you are regularly experiencing your own willpower and sending that willpower out into the world. You are communicating to other people through your energy field. I am determined, I can get things done. If I commit to something, I will see it through. That is your default way that you are designed. If your will center, that tiny little triangle, is colored in red. Now, if you are in the 60, 65-ish% of the population that has your will center white, so most of you, then you are receiving this willpower energy from other people. When you are in their space, if this defined willpower person, will center person is hanging out with you, then while you're in this space, you're going to feel their willpower. You might feel temporarily like you can get anything done, like you can make commitments and see them through, like you can push through big obstacles. And then when you break away from this person and you go and do, you go home, or you go into your own space, or you leave that interaction, then over time what you'll find is your sense of willpower will dissipate, and that you won't be able to hold on to that energy, because wherever we have white in the chart, we are designed to have a temporary and changeable, variable experience of that kind of energy. So it doesn't mean that you're not strong-willed in the way that we talk about it in general society. It means that you are designed to feel a lot of willpower sometimes when you're around certain people, and you're designed to to sometimes question your own willpower. It means that you have a far more varied experience of this willpower. So there are two examples, two of the human design centers, and what it might look and feel like, whether you are sending out that energy or receiving that energy. And remember, all of us are on a continuum, somewhere on this continuum between all of our centers defined and all of our centers open. So all of us, even these people, but in a different way, will be sending and receiving energy from other people around them all the time. So we're forever interacting with and affecting one another. So learning more about your specific human design chart is going to help you to understand where you have consistent, reliable sending energy that you're sending out into the world, and where you are receiving energy from other people that you're not designed to hold on to.